Well, we need
Yeah, lots of litters ready.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Oh. I wouldn't worry about it. There's lots of CCTV in this town. CCTV everywhere. Didn't want to get on the camera. I just said I won't worry about it. There's lots of CCTV. Yeah. Check leave it there. There you go. Check leave it there, sir. No. Leave it there. Check leave it there, sir.
But here we are,
Oh, yeah.
Chelmsford.
Managed it. Avoid the crash. It was only two cars, little crash.
Yeah, oh, you saw?
Yeah, but we were on the other on the other side of the road, just bypassing it. Little tiny crash.
Man, that looks like a long time. Yeah, we use it productively.
Yeah.
They're singing and it's sleeping. So they're gone for a little walk.
So as you see, we've not used
You've not used the frame?
the frame.
Fine.
Still got the banners out, but
Yeah.
we're in a nice, good spot. Alright, Tapper. Hi. So a little bit late in the day, there was a crash on the dual carriageway on the way here. So we all got stuck in traffic. But I think we might get a couple of hours out of this. Oh.
I didn't even know, sorry. I live there. You know, between that effects and phone.
Hi Amanda. There you go. Take a leaflet. Okay. And just about any questions for leaflet there.
I think that I've got the answer to that one.
Oh, which one's that?
Well, you'll be back where you started again,
Go on.
didn't you? Say like if you dug a hole right through the earth and jumped through it,
Okay.
right, would my feet come out first? But I think that you'll start, you'll actually like end where you started.
It's a conundrum, isn't it? Because like the deepest hole that we've ever, hole that we've ever dug is 7.5, 8 miles. That's the deepest.
Right.
We haven't got a clue what's underneath us.
I know.
Science hasn't got a clue.
Gotcha.
You know, so we're asking that question. You know, like, does anyone actually think about this? You know, like,
right,
so.
Right, I see. Yeah, but it's an interesting.
Well, in Australia, they say that, you know, like they're all upside down in Australia. You know, we've actually got evidence that disproves that. Lots of evidence inside that leaflet.
So this is interesting. Yeah,
it is interesting.
I'll have a look at this.
This guy here, Walter Lewin, he says gyroscopes are fixed and rigid in space. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And gravity has no effect on them whatsoever. But that is a artificial horizon.
Oh.
So when a plane is going round the ball globe, it has to dip its nose each time to allow for curvature of the Earth.
Right.
Okay, because that's what the artificial horizon it would indicate to show that it's starting to.
Sure.
So we'd have to keep dipping it, but they don't. And even the newer ones, what's it? One. And the same thing, you kind of see an aeroplane, ascend, you see it level out all the way to Australia and then descend.
Right.
But you can, if you hold your phone and put a spirit level on your phone and then lift it upside down, you see it invert the bubble and everything, but it doesn't on the plane.
But it doesn't on the plane.
So we're kind of asking questions why, and we speak to people, physicists and all sorts, and they haven't got answers, which is a bit even more strange.
So you want Dawkins in on this, don't you?
Well, we want more than that. Look, this is I didn't know that there is land that we can see that we are not meant to see because it's meant to be over the curvature of the Earth.
Right.
Okay, so that's like they base this on spherical trigonometry. Okay, by Pythagorean's theorem. For every mile, 8 inches square should be. There should be an 8 inches square drop. Gotcha. Okay, and then it goes 32, and then it's like 72 or 76 or something, and it gets more and more. This photograph here was taken at the Blackpool Gazette. Okay, 2,500 feet should be hidden.
Yes.
But you can see it. The highest mountain is 2,000 feet, but you can see it.
That's like an illusion, isn't it?
Okay, this is Dover to Calais. 300 feet should be missing, but you can see it.
Do you actually believe anything to do with the Bermuda Triangle? Have you
Well, we've almost got answers to that. That's just a no-go zone because of NASA is sending all their rockets there.
Right.
Because when they take launches and all that, you watch the trajectory, it just goes up and over and a big curve.
Yeah.
You know, so keep all the people out of the Bermuda Triangle.
Is that to do with UFOs, do you reckon, or not?
Well, only if NASA have got something to do with that, yeah, maybe.
No, it's just interesting.
It is very interesting. So yeah, I mean, like this is like one of the biggest proofs. There's lots of land that you shouldn't be seeing.
There's a lot of conspiracies, isn't
there? There is. There's a website in there called FE Star. We're asking people to go there and watch some. There you go.
Okay, sorry, done it me.
That's all right.
Okay, thank you very
Cheers,
much,
buddy.
Steve, for your help.
No, and you too. Well, there you go. One friendly chat in Chelmsford. Don't get a lot of them. Should take this. He's on the go. Here we go. It's all happening. Here you go, buddy. Take one of them. All right. Any questions? I'm around here. You all right? Take a leaf. Oh, I'll leave you alone. All right.
1 sec.
Have you come across it before? Have you come across all of this before?
No.
You haven't? It's one of the biggest debates on the internet right now. People are talking about the fact that you shouldn't be seeing land, but because it's meant to be over the curvature of the Earth. But you can see this land, and you're not meant to see this land because there is a formula called Pythagorean's theorem, spherical trigonometry, and it tells you for every mile there should be an 8 inches per square drop for every mile. So look at that. That's Blackpool, 65 miles away. 2,500 feet should be hidden, but you can still see it. The highest mountain is 2,000 feet. You can still see it. That's Dover to Calais. 300 feet should be over, but you can still see it over to Pelham. This one here is 273 miles away, and yet you can still see land. 3 miles should be hidden. So if you imagine what 3 miles high would be. You know, because, I mean, go walk a mile and then put 3 miles high. But all that should be hidden. There's so much evidence like this. You know, like.
So basically, you're saying that the Earth is not a sphere.
That's right, because, I mean, ask yourself, water, how could water, the seas, all the oceans conform to the exterior of a ball? How's that possible?
Gotta go now.
No problem. So there's a website in there, we're just asking people to check out some videos. Cheers, buddy. Oh, I think I frightened them off when I said water. All right. Yeah, you can't win them all. Some people will stick around. It's getting a bit late as well, so a lot of people probably finishing work and on the way, passing through and on the way home. You know. Hey there, buddy. Check a leaflet there. No, you okay? No problem. Oh, check a leaflet there before you go. Is that on? No, okay. Too silly for some people. These people know where they live. It's a nice little town. There is a couple of empty shops down there, but I kind of just like the location because with not having the framework, we could lie all the banners out right the way along. Which is definitely an eye catcher. Well, oh right, good win. As in Cambridge. I think we did reasonably okay considering who we were up against. It was okay. I'm okay with Cambridge. I think it's funny, isn't it? Because we were up against all these physicists and all these highly educated students. We're up against that lot. And I found that easier than speaking to all them kids at Huddersfield who were just barking and mocking. So. No, we got Dave here. Yeah, it was a late start because of the traffic.
We don't play our football on the ball itself. That would be impossible. It's impossible to play on the ball.
I think Dave's been a bit quiet today. Tonight. Is it night time? Are we nearly there yet?
Well, yeah, I'm just waiting for my moment to bring it out.
There we go. That's what we're waiting for. Is he asking questions? That's all that matters. There you go, buddy. You'd like a leaflet there? Thank you. Oh, can we give them a leaflet? Would you like a leaflet before you go? Well, you were looking. No? All right. Oh, I can't even throw these leaflets away sometimes. Yeah. Oh, he's taking pictures, this guy. That's what we want to see. Ooh. There you go. All right. Check it out there.
When you say gravity has never been proven,
Oh yeah. Well.
what would it take to? Can you? I don't
Oh yeah. No, sorry.
What would it take to prove
Gravity. I don't know.
Given that, like, Einstein's theory of relativity really does
Prove
really
it?
does.
Well, why do all the scientists say that they can't prove it as well? I mean, that's not me that's saying that. That science says that they cannot prove.
All of the scientists.
Well, I mean, can you name one that can prove gravity?
I mean, I'm not a scientist.
No, but we've looked into it, and that's what shocked us the most. Science cannot prove gravity. I mean, at the moment they're looking at for. I think the nearest they've got is gravitational waves so far out there in space that they can't even prove that is real.
No, gravitational waves right here, but gravitate.
What, from the LIGO? They kind of like. I thought they do that far out into space where there's black holes and things.
No. The LIGO is measuring the effect of the gravitational wave over the right angle of the
interferometer,
yeah.
interferometer or something. That's nothing more than Airy's failure and or was it the Michelson-Morley?
But that's one thing, but I don't know.
I mean, what I'm saying is that gravity is so complicated, okay?
Yeah.
So it's so complicated, but for us to believe it, we have to have an enormous amount of faith in Sir Isaac Newton for maybe Henry Cavendish, who says that balls in a barn came together, and he could measure the gravitational constant, why can we evidence this?
You could say that about anything. Where's the evidence?
Would you think we should ask for evidence?
I think we should be sceptical of stuff.
Well, that's a good start.
What interests me?
Go on.
Genuinely, what interests me?
Don't you dare say why. Please do not. I'm not accepting whys tonight. Oh God. Sorry.
Okay. When you say don't ask why, ask why what? No. Ask why what? Which?
I'm sorry, all day long. That's the biggest question. It's like,
why,
how could we possibly know?
Why is only the first word?
Yeah. I think I would have gone with the why.
What I'm interested in terms of the flat Earth thing is we take everything on faith. Everything we take it on faith. You take it on faith that the sun's going to come up before, just because it's come up every day in the past.
Yeah.
That's
fair point.
That's inductive.
No,
that's not scientific.
Okay, that's a fair point. That one. Okay.
I assume you believe that the sun's going to come up tomorrow.
I
assume you believe that.
I kind of see it come out of my perspective.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's a debatable whether it comes up.
Okay. But then your perspective is very much.
I mean, that's
5'11" tall. Right?
Okay.
So over there where you're saying you look at the horizon and it's flat. Well, of course it's flat.
Yeah.
Because you are. Of course it's flat because you're only 5'11" up. You can only see 2.9 miles
but you,
to the horizon.
Well, that's right. So we're talking about angular resolution as well.
You're never going to see that.
Right.
So what I'm interested in, that all aside, I'm just kind of saying.
No, that's okay.
I just don't believe you, basically. But
why
is it then that the flat Earth thing is something that you are so interested in and care passionately about, as opposed to all of the other things that we take on faith, which is basically everything. Like you take everything.
Because these are the ones that I think we're being lied about. I think I've been lied to. I mean, look.
Okay, so then my question why are we being lied to, and by who, and for what purpose?
Maybe one day we'll get to that. I mean, I can point out that there is a lie happening.
I don't think you can, but
okay. Let me challenge you on that, can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course you can. Look, you've heard of Pythagoras' theorem?
Yes.
Okay. So do you know about the 8 inches squared square mile? Are you happy with that figure and the way that they calculate it?
I am happy as far as my sort of
understanding, as far as
A-level.
That's about as far as I go. Okay.
I'm happy that as a theorem it works.
I'm happy that no other scientists, mathematicians have come to me and says, "Oh, that's a load of rubbish," and all that. So they seem to be happy with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, when we see this land that you're not meant to see, I mean, like that one there, for instance, on Blackpool Gazette, it was on the Blackpool Promenade, 65 miles away, you can see the Isle of Man. Okay, 2,500 feet should be hidden. 2,500 feet, but the highest mountain is 2,000 feet. How did this bloke get this picture on the promenade? How can we see Calais from Dover on a good clear day?
Because light refracts through the atmosphere.
Okay, so what would you be happy with? At what height would you be happy with that light refraction could lift complete mountains? How high? How could we measure this?
What would you be happy with? Because what I would be happy with is either going to university and getting a maths degree and fully understanding the maths myself, which is beyond me because I struggled with A-level maths. I did my best. But you can see things over the horizon. The way light.
But they would be leaning back, though, wouldn't they?
But they would what? Sorry.
They would be leaning back. They wouldn't come up
What do you mean leaning back?
Well, because at their perspective, they're on the top, aren't they?
Oh, well, okay.
So they would
you
kind of
mean
be-
with the round Earth, there'd be an angle to it?
That'd be fair, wouldn't it?
For the, I mean, not perceptively so.
I'm not
if you're
trying-
talking about 65 miles, that isn't. You know,
Right,
still,
okay.
65 miles is still
Fair enough.
basically
Fair enough.
flat.
So this
in the
one
grand
here is
scheme of things.
273 miles.
Right.
Can we still see land? Okay, I don't know whether that's leaning forward, back, or whatever. But my point is that 273 miles over. I've made a massive mistake on this. So when you get back and check your curvature calculator and all that, it's actually meant to be about 8-9 miles high, hidden.
Right.
Okay, but even for argument's sake, even if it was 3 miles high, to lift mountains 3 miles. I mean, like, yeah, just go and walk 3 miles and then put that on its end and then think, can refraction do that to 3 miles? But it gets even worse than that. If you check on YouTube, there's a chap called Jay Tolan, okay, and he's got an infrared on his camera, which cuts through all the density, all the humidity and atmospheric conditions and that, and he can see, I kid you not, over 600 miles. And the bit that is debatable is he actually claims that he can see 1,200 miles, and he does point something in the distance.
But my issue with everything you're saying is he says he can do this. He claims he can.
Oh
do
no!
this.
But look at all I'm saying is look at the footage yourself.
But
Look at the footage. He's on an aeroplane,
but-
and then he films this, and then you can see 600 miles, and you can see these mountains. All I can
an
say,
airplane, 42,000 feet up.
and that's put in there as well. You know, that was at the altitude. That's been put in there as well. I just think little things like that. I think that's worth investigating. And okay, I might be completely delusional, and this is all wrong, but could you be open-minded to check some of that out?
Oh, right, I am by my nature quite a cynical person.
Okay.
Not cynical, sceptical.
Sceptical, yeah, and that's healthy. That's healthy.
I don't know. I
But
think.
why aren't we sceptical when we're getting taught at school growing up? Why? Because we've got to parrot for an exam. We have to pass it. Because if you dare think on yourself, you're not getting that exam. You're not getting that good job. You're not getting that house.
Trust me, I know that. I'm a teacher.
There you go. There you go.
I'm well aware of the failings of the education system.
Right.
I'm well aware of that. I politely disagree. I don't know.
But that's fair enough. I mean,
there is my trouble is
okay.
a lot of the evidence that you're presenting is.
Oh, I could
to
show.
my mind,
I could show you thousands of bits.
Kind of spurious and a bit like, like saying bendy water. Like if gravity's real, let's assume
it's real. Then it's a fair point.
Assume it's real, then yes.
Then that works. Oh, okay. I agree with that. Okay.
So
but
you
heard the more simpler answer to bendy water, to gravity. You heard the most simpler one.
What's that?
Density and buoyancy. Did that not make the molecules in this are heavier than the air around it. That falls down. The air below it wants to go above it. That's buoyancy. Hot air helium balloons want to rise. They defy gravity. The magic Harry Potter wizardry of gravity. You know, I just think it's 2018. Should this be a done deal with all the science and all the physicists and all of this, that gravity should be done, not theory, but said.
But that's not gravity. That's density and buoyancy.
Is it not more simplified?
I float in water, and I float much better than my wife.
There you go.
I've got a few extra pounds.
Bit more buoyancy there. Okay.
So that, the helium balloon floats because it's lighter than air.
Does that not make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, so why isn't that gravity to you? Why have we substituted?
Obviously there is gravity.
Yeah, but why have we substituted that to everything's been pulled down?
The buoyancy is playing against gravity.
Well, how can we prove that something's pulling things down? That's the problem.
Gravity isn't pulling things down.
Is it not?
No, gravity is things being attracted together.
Isn't that the same? Sorry. Okay, they're pulling each other together, but I'm pulling everything down a little bit less than what the Earth is pulling me down. Okay, I kind of I know what you're saying. You're saying attraction. Okay, but we can't prove that. I mean, the only experiment I've ever seen that people claim that gravity is a thing is the Brian Cox experiment. You know, when he goes in a vacuum chamber, he drops a hammer and a feather in a vacuum chamber. Well, when he first does it, you see this footage and it's all one shot, BBC, one shot, boom. And then they vacuum all the chamber out, and then you tell me, is it scientific when he goes, cut, okay.
Different
camera angles. It's not scientific,
But
though.
what you saw there wasn't scientific because it was for a documentary.
That's right. But do you think
But
that we
what
could
happens
see
in
that
What
footage?
happens in the world of science is that these experiments are run not tens of times, not hundreds of times, but thousands of times
Okay.
to come up with so that you're.
But us simplified like farmers, us like me, like, do you think we could ask questions and say, can we see this experiment?
You can ask questions.
Well, we are. That's what we're doing.
You don't. Yeah, you'll need to take it on faith that when there are peer-reviewed scientific papers being released, that either
Yeah.
the whole scientific community is in on it.
Okay.
I'd love to know.
But they're
why,
not. They're not. I mean, look, you're a teacher and all that.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, and without insulting you, and I pardon, you're as indoctrinated as what I was, and you're just passing it on to everybody else. And I think that's what.
Teacher, by the way. But
No. But look, I mean, like even if you was a science teacher and all that, this is these are peer-reviewed, scientific, peer-reviewed. Okay. And that's you got Aries failure, you got Michelson Morley, you've got the Sagnac experiment. Proving that there is no measurable rotation of the Earth. Proving. And that's science. That's not. I didn't do that, but they are. But they're not taught in school.
are you? Because the trouble is, the way science works is nothing's proven.
Okay.
Like, there is almost no such thing as proof. And the trouble when you
it's all
start,
beliefs and
when
theories.
when you start arguing that things need to be proven, then
Okay.
you're kind of misunderstanding what science does. So what should happen, and what I hope does happen, but I don't know,
Yeah.
happens with those sort of observations is that they are tested and retested
Yeah.
to look for anomalies, to look for miscalculations, to look for problems with the method. I don't know if they have been. So
I was going to say we can't seem to find evidence to this. Do you think? I mean, for me, looking at my point, it all looks like some sort of religion, a cult, scientism. Like that, because you just said, we've got to believe. Got to have faith in what you're.
Yeah.
That's
No, but I'd agree. But basically, that's life as I see it. Because unless you are going to find out the truth about everything, it just comes down to I'm intrigued as to why you're interested over this, as opposed to any of the other.
I think it was
numerous things that you may be being sort of misled on.
That was one of my biggest ones. You've read that before. I'd be amazed that you haven't. It's on your back of your leaflet.
I'd agree. That is what people do.
Okay, I felt as though that's what I was doing, and then when I read that,
is that not what you're doing when?
Well, let's be fair. I had 47 years of the other bit first. I've only had a year of this next bit.
But is that not what you're doing
Very
when
possible.
you are? Because it's not that there isn't evidence that can be presented that the Earth is round. There is plenty of evidence that you can present to say that the Earth is round. So are you not now just rationalising that to say?
Well, no, but I mean, I've touched on thousands of different subjects, thousands of them. I'm not just picking one or two things. I can find holes and anomalies in so much. I mean, where are you on the moon landing? You're a teacher. You should history teaching.
I'm assuming the moon landing is real, but again,
have you seen anomalies in that?
Unless I am going to, I've seen anomalies that have been explained to a point where I'm satisfied.
Right.
With it. I probably haven't looked into any of this in the sort of detail that.
But it's stuff like that. I see anomalies on the International Space Station, the moon landings, temperatures in space. I mean, these are data from Science.com and NASA. They say that things. The temperatures are like really cold in space, -200-300 degrees, get up as far as 2,000 degrees Celsius with radiative heat.
But you see, I think there's a fault in. I don't know. This is okay. Maybe this is me rationalising.
You're theorising. Okay.
But I'm assuming. There's a fault in the data that you're presenting there because if we were being lied to, if NASA, this multi-billion
you think more people will pick up on it?
No. I think they wouldn't make such blatant errors to say, this thing is made of aluminium and it's in a place where aluminium would melt. So I think there's something you're missing, or the creator of that data is missing, because I just think if there was a cover-up, and I'm perfectly happy to believe that we're lied to about any number of things.
So you're happy governments do lie?
I don't have total faith in everything government says and everything I see on the tech. Like I said, I've got a healthy scepticism.
Excellent.
But I do think when there are covers up or lives, they make a decent effort to do a cover up.
I think now, with now's technology,
when we take something like what's happened with Saudi Arabia and murdering that the journalist, my assumption there is they've done such a cat-handed job of covering it up. They didn't want to cover it. They're putting it out there as a deliberate. I just don't.
But think about the timeline. It's today's technology now is what is uncovering yesterday's technology. And today and yesterday's technology that was amazing to do all these cover-ups. We've got iPhones and things now that are amazing to uncover this stuff. And I think that's why it's kind of emerging now with communications, with YouTube and passing on information and things. I think that's what's happening. But it just goes on and on. I mean, as I say, land that you shouldn't be able to see. Check out that one and land that you shouldn't see. In there's a website. Watch a funny thing happens on the way to the moon. That's intriguing about a moon landing and that. And there's some great videos in there. Just watch one or two, and you know what debunk is. You're a teacher. You can debunk this. But debunk it yourself with an open mind, without any biasing. Because the problem is you bring baggage with it. You're a teacher. That's the hard part, and that's what we see. I think I'm a simple farmer, and I don't have all that baggage. That's what I see.
I will, I'll look into it with an open mind.
All right. But you're intrigued anyway, and that's good enough. Thank you very much. Good luck. Cheers then. Oh, sorry guys.
Can I have your leaflet?
Yeah, of course you can. All right then.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, sorry, I'm going to give you a whole pile there. There you go. All right. Oh. Yeah, he's got a leaflet. Yeah, so that was interesting. What a shame he didn't want to go on camera. So that's a teacher. And I thought he was really interesting. Obviously, he can't get his head round what it is I'm trying to present to him. But I actually got a good feeling that he will go away and watch a few videos and things. We'll see. I enjoyed that conversation. That was good. Nice guy. For a teacher. Seemed pretty open-minded. Would you like a leaflet there, sir? No? Oh dear. He's looking at look at the posters and then get offered a leaflet and run a mile. So it's getting a bit late now. So we won't be on too long, Maybe another hour possibly. We'll try and hold on. We'll just hold on till he gets quiet, I suppose. So just give you a little show where we are. I'd imagine in the daytime, pretty busy area. Harry's doing his thing. There you go. Well done, Dave. Oh, do you want to put that, buddy? There you go. Cheers. Hi, Kimmy. Yeah, so I wonder if I can get.
That's my first temperature.
Yeah, it is quite dark here. Who wants to look at some balloons? Bubbles. Oh, look at the gravity pulling them bubbles down. Now, it's got the same air. Oh, it must be. No. That's the atmosphere moving that. That'd be the atmosphere. But you think gravity would pull that down, wouldn't you? Look at this guy. Look at this. Fascinating. There you go. Oh well, let's forget about the live stream. Let me play with some bubbles. Hi Tony. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. So it's been quite a busy day, quite tiring. I think we all got up about 6 o'clock this morning to get ready for our radio broadcast. We were both going to speak on there, but then as it started, they turned around and just wanted one person to speak. Now, I've already done my radio interview, so I'll let Harry take the reins on that one. Maybe I'll do the next one, we'll see. I kind of like the way Harry seems to be a little bit more articulate than myself, so I don't mind. Yeah, so after that, we quickly got ourselves to Ipswich. I'd ran out all my data allowance, so I had to buy some more data. So I was trying to hotspot off of Harry's data, but he kept on walking away from me, and I kept on losing signal. So in the end, I thought let's just call it a day on Ipswich, and let's get ourselves to here. So we've done Ipswich, we've done Chelmsford. We're quite tired. I've only had a sandwich. So it'd be nice. I can't wait to get back to the camper van and have some tea. There we go. That's all right. Should I leave it there? No, definitely not. Oh, might catch something. Definitely not. Oh God, terrible. Definitely not. Would you like to leave it there? No. I don't mind if they don't want to, but don't give me a definitely not. Ugh, disgusting. Shall I leave it there? No, thank you. Shall I leave it there, sir? Oh. Oh, there's a lot of ignorant people around here. Yeah. I could leave it there. No, thank you. Oh. You don't get a lot of people challenging me on filming them in public. I think a lot of people get so upset of people filming in public. But it's the world we live in now, isn't it? If anyone's doing any form of activism, you've got to get your phone out to protect yourself, if anything. Just leave it there. It's find out where you live.
I know where I live.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Okay. Knows where he lives. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey guys, who wants to leave it? Like that? There you go.
This is insane.
It's mad, isn't it? Terrible.
Well, you just walk off the edge like that.
Edge? Isn't that a programme response, like, you know, given to you in a programme fashion from the government and that? Why would you think edge? No one flat earth ever said.
Flat, surely there must be an edge to it.
I don't know, has space got an edge? Where's that?
Yeah, but
Space?
we've seen the Earth, haven't we?
Okay, have we?
Yeah, from the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, but it could be fake. It could be Photoshop.
Have you seen that? Have you seen them? Photographs from NASA. Go and download them. That's a 2012 from NASA.
Yeah.
That's a 2013 from NASA. It's on your leaflet. You can download that straight from NASA's site. Do you think? Can you see a problem in it? The same size circle for North America. Can you see a problem? There are your photographs.
Oh, they're different sizes.
And I didn't Photoshop, I promise you. You download that yourself straight from NASA's site. Now, all I'm suggesting is that you've never ever seen Earth from space. Never. Okay? Right, so what if you go onto NASA's site again, you'll see that a lot of these photographs, it says composites. Okay? So composite means that at high altitude, click, stitch them all together, good quality picture, wrap it around a blank 3D sphere, and there's your Earth. Add layering and all that. There's a guy over there.
Why would they want us to think this?
Sorry?
Why would they want us to think this?
I think you'll get to find that out. But that's something you're going to have to. You've got to go through the facts first. Once you figure out your facts, and then you'll find that out. This here, I don't know if you've ever. Do you know a bit of physics, anyone? Do you know a little bit of physics?
I can't say it.
That's a gyroscope.
I got 5.
Well, look, there's a gyroscope. This guy here, Walter Lewin, he says gyroscopes are rigid in space. They have gravity has no effect on them whatsoever. You know what one of them is? See one of them?
So I've taken some
All
of
that is an artificial horizon that goes into airplanes. Okay, so when a plane's ascending, you'll see it tip, and then when it's flying level, it'll stay level, and then when it's descending, it'll go down. But the problem is, now remember what I just said there about gyroscopes? They're rigid in space. Gravity does not have an effect on them. Okay, so when an airplane is flying, let's say from London to Australia, you should see a noticeable inversion.
Yeah, that's true. It
Of that. Okay. Right. So what I'm saying is that that doesn't happen. That flies level. The newer devices use like electronic things like inertia.
Doesn't it fly level though because of gravity?
What have I just said? What have I just said though? Walter Lewin says, gyroscopes are rigid in space and gravity has no effect whatsoever. You know, he's really famous. He is. So you want to check him out and check. I don't know. I've never been to them. But we're not a planet.
Yeah, because I saw.
We're not a planet. This isn't a planet.
A telescope and look at a planet.
But we're not a planet. That's what I'm saying.
I saw.
I'm not saying. No, you're saying that. I'm not saying anything about that. We're talking about flat Earth.
So
And
we're
flat.
flat,
It is flat.
but they are other
Okay,
planets.
but look on your back page, guys. This is the only thing. If obviously I could never change your mind in 5 minutes. You know, you've got education and all that. But okay, that's right. Well, look, I mean, like a year and a half ago, I thought the same of you guys. You know, like, and I thought this was all silly and that. But look, when you get back, I want you to find out whether spherical trigonometry by Pythagorean's theorem, if that maths is all correct. It's quite a complicated one, but for every 8 inches, for every mile, there's an 8-inch drop squared. Okay. So when you're on Blackpool Promenade, 65 miles away, you can see the Isle of Man. 2,500 feet of hidden curvature should be over the ball, over the earth. 2,000 feet is your highest mountain, but you can still see it. This is over to Calais. You've never asked this question, but you're not meant to be seeing Calais from Dover.
So what's the point in the government saying the Earth?
So no, you need to ask them. I'm not lying to you. You need to ask them. They're the people who's lying to you. I mean, again, I mean, like, see all of these pictures. All you've ever seen is CGI images. Okay, you have never ever seen photographs. Well, do you trust the government?
I don't.
I mean, who does? No one does.
What reason have I got to trust them?
Well, there you go. Yeah. So,
You don't want to say you found out the Earth is flat and still go and watch.
does any of that kind of make sense to you? We're asking people to go to FE Start, watch a few videos.
You've got the answers.
That's all we're
for,
asking.
The normal questions. You've got the answers.
I've got. Okay. I mean, ask yourself now. I mean, like, you guys know, you're all educated. How can the seas, the oceans, conform to the exterior of a ball? The exterior. There you go. Program response. Did you hear that? So quick. Boom. Gravity. How can you prove it?
I'm trying to imagine it.
How can you prove it?
Look around and try to imagine it being.
Oh, and it's a given. It's a given. So, as a critical thinking person, do you think that you should be a better answer than it's just there? But
This makes sense.
okay, so what is gravity? It's a force. Okay. Is gravity come out of this wall?
No.
Okay, where does it come from? The core. How do we know there's a core in the planet?
It's real and mine.
We've dug down 6 miles. 7.5 miles.
If it was flat.
If it's 24,900 miles in circumference and we've only dug down 7 miles, how do you know there's a core there? How would radiates the heat come from the sun? That's where radiates heat. That would be direct heat. Sorry.
In the core of the planet where there's rocks.
That's what we're suggesting. That's what we're saying. This is all theories and beliefs.
So if it's flat, how thin do you think
Well, no.
the Earth is?
Well, I don't know. I've never done that. I don't know. Is that not? Would it be fair to ask these questions?
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't see what point would they have in hiding that it is flat? Why would they?
Okay. I'll give you one answer. Okay. It won't be. You're a physicist? Yes. Oh, you fool. You fool. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. You fool.
For earning 30 grand a year.
Sorry?
I'm a fool for earning nearly 40 grand
Oh, is that what life is about? To earn money?
No, it's about telling the truth, mate.
The truth.
It's not what you're doing.
Okay.
It's not what you're doing.
So,
it's not what you're doing.
is it? What am I saying? You've just come in here to try to insult me and mock me. No, I'm going to mock you back. Right. So, should we bring it down? Should we have a discussion? This is what? So, should we have a discussion? Would you like a discussion?
This is an insult to
Mr. Physicist, Mr. Physicist, would you like a discussion? Okay, come here. Okay. You're a physicist. You shouldn't be laughing at that. Okay.
I'm laughing at it because.
So, Mr. Physics. Okay. Have you heard of Pythagoras' theorem, spherical trigonometry? You know that. Have you ever checked these facts to see? I don't know if you've seen them before, and you're happy with them. It's all correct. Is it correct? So, excellent. That's brilliant. So when we can see land, okay, over the curvature of the Earth, this is 65 miles away on Blackpool. Okay, 2,500 feet should be hidden over the curvature. 2,000 feet is the highest mountain. We can still see land. This was in the Blackpool Gazette. Okay.
The Blackpool
Gazette.
The Blackpool Gazette.
Okay. So you want to just deny that?
Well, I am denying it. Yes.
Okay.
I am denying it.
You can be sorry all you want, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
Across the OC, Blackpool is the coast of the OC.
Okay.
That distance is not considerable
Wait, I've got a
enough
good question.
to see the curvature of the Earth. It's the Irish fucking sea, mate.
Okay, and that's the physicist.
You know when you've got the ocean.
Did you say you're a physicist?
Yes.
Do you know what?
Are you getting paid for that? Really? Excuse me, are you getting paid for that? And that's your knowledge? So, I'm a little bit confused. No. I'm asking questions based on. Whoa.
You know when you see a ship on the ocean, on the horizon, how comes it
Listen to this.
looks as if it comes over there?
He just said that you can't see that.
You can't see that.
You can't see that. Sorry, you.
No, wait, what's your explanation for that? If it's not a sphere,
What's your necessity to film every 10 engagement?
Okay. Oh no, because there's people here that want to listen to what a physicist has got to say, because we might learn something.
1987, I was 19.
Presumably you're a fan.
1987.
We want to learn from guys like you. You're a physicist.
But I'm wondering from you. I want to know your evidence.
Well, I was just trying to show you evidence, but you want to deny it. This is 273 miles away, and yet 3 miles should be hidden. 3 miles should be hidden over the curvature again. But why can we see this? This is natural science that we can evidence that we can all be scientists. We don't need a white coat. We don't need certificates and
Talks about these battles that were real, but they were
every image. No, hear what it says. Hear what he says. Because he is correct there. Every image, because they haven't got no photographs. Image. Oh, they've got photographs now. You just said image.
Yeah, that's a photo, isn't it? That's a photo.
Photograph.
And I will refer you. Is that one a photo?
Sorry.
When I say an image from space.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. A photograph. So the photographs.
Is that a photo?
Which photograph have you seen?
This one.
Which photograph have you seen?
I've seen many photographs.
Okay. Don't forget I put that in there for a reason. Can you make yourself look silly in a minute? So.
I'm gonna look silly.
Well, yeah, that was the whole of Mexico. The whole of Mexico. Go and watch the footage again.
So how's that?
The whole.
How's that flat?
Okay. Have you heard of fish-eyed lenses?
Fish.
Oh,
Yeah, I have.
But they're so happy.
Okay. Do you see? The problem is that we deal with kids. When you deal with children, it just becomes okay. Then watch the video again. Have you watched the video? Excuse me, sorry guys.
But surely, if the Earth is flat and you're trying to prove
So
it,
should we come over here because I can't hear? It's a bit noisy.
taking with a fisheye lens.
So say that again.
If you're trying to prove that the Earth is flat,
I don't need to prove it. No.
but
But you have this belief. You have this
I'm
belief.
talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Well, then let's walk away. Because it's getting a bit noisy over there. Okay. can you move away, please?
If you want to prove that the image where the Earth is flat, right?
Okay.
Why use an image taken with a fisheye lens?
Okay.
Why do that? And where is your proof
Okay.
that the image is taken with a fisheye lens?
My turn. Okay. This is.
I'm not going to interrupt you now. I'm going to listen to you.
Okay.
I'm going to listen to you.
That's great.
But that's 5 years ago.
Watch this video again, and then when you.
seen the video, so
Okay. So watch this video. Okay. When he opens the door, you will see a flat and level horizon. Okay.
Right.
When we see these images, okay, we see. When we see. Would you like me to tell you? I'm about to tell you. Okay. When we see these images, okay, we see them. What's it go? What's it round? We see them go concave. We see them go straight. We see them go curve. That's what we see. They are nothing more than fish-eyed lenses. Go and watch the footage again. But what?
Where's the image?
Would you, if all of that, sorry?
Where's the image proving that the Earth is flat? Which image is this? Can you not film me?
Oh, sorry, brother. I didn't.
Right, all I'm saying to you is, where is the plausible evidence?
Okay. Okay.
Undeniably, where's the evidence?
Okay. Open the leaflet. Okay. Physics professor Walter Lewin, very famous, physics lecturer from Massachusetts. You heard of him? Okay, that's good. He says that gyroscopes are rigid in space and gravity has no effect on them whatsoever. Okay? He says that.
He says that.
He says that in a video. You can go on YouTube and you can watch him say that.
Is he the only credible physicist who's actually said that?
Well,
or is there hundreds?
Well, I couldn't fit them all on this leaflet. I couldn't fit them all on there. I can go and print you another leaflet. Okay, that's right. That's a fact. Right. So what we're saying is, this artificial horizon, when they're on aeroplanes, they have a gyroscope inside, the mechanical ones. They have a gyroscope. So from London all the way to Australia, you see this ascend. You see it fly level, you see it descend. It's meant to be dropping its nose every so often to go around this ball, but it doesn't. Okay. No, great. So you can check this information at yourself. Now the new ones work on inertia, just like a phone. It has a MEMS device in there. Okay. So when this is on an airplane, you can put a little bubble there. You can try this out for yourself, or get someone, or look at YouTube clips or everything. You'll see it ascend. You'll see it fly level all the way to Australia. You'll see it descend. But if you take it home and then you turn your GPS off, if you take it home and put it on a cradle, a 24-hour timer, and watch this 24 hours, you can put cameras on it, you'll see the whole thing invert and then come back. Exactly what you'd expect it to do. You would expect it to invert. How would your phone, your MEMS device, know the difference between whether it's on the aeroplane or in your lounge? It wouldn't know the difference, and yet it kind of does, doesn't it? Would that not be? Is that not enough for you to investigate further?
Of course, I'd investigate.
Excellent. That's the best. I can't change your mind in 5 minutes.
I can't change your mind.
No, that's fair enough.
And I'm not here to cause.
But it's odd.
But it's undeniable. But there's no layman's proof.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
You know, this is all fairly new. I've showed you land. I've showed you land. I've showed you that. Look, you can go to festart.co.uk, and then what you can do is you can watch some more videos. There's you obviously believe in like the moon landings and things like that.
No,
not
necessarily.
You really don't.
Not necessarily, no.
That you come across night and day for that, as though that you'd be a complete advocate of the moon landers.
No, not necessarily.
Well, I'm amazed.
Just because.
I'm amazed.
Just because I don't believe in a flat earth doesn't mean I don't believe in conspiracies. You understand?
I do. Okay, I apologise for that. I'm amazed. Excellent.
As far as I'm concerned,
So you're open-minded then?
I'm open-minded. Just not about.
For God's sake, give us your hand here side. Look, all we're saying is that, you know, just research, you know, FE Start, watch some videos. A funny thing happened on the way to the moon. FE Start? He just didn't want to take a leaflet. What a dick. Mr. Physicist. Mr. Physicist. Jesus. Hello, what's going on here? Yeah, guys, want to leave it there?
on, I'll take one of those.
There you go. There's a website in there. Just watch some videos.
Next thing we're hearing the talk about just the 2 years and a teaser about that. Now she's like, so there's a document, there's a, if you're on YouTube,
Okay, what are we looking at?
plane. Drop the T.
All right. You got your offer, yeah? All right.
It's just turning good stuff.
Hello, little man. Yeah, you look at Bubbles. Look at that. Look at the gravity, pulling it all down. Woo!
So you don't believe in gravity?
No, gravity theory.
Theory.
Let's stick with what we know.
Take a leaflet there.
Because you know what?
No, thank you. No, you okay. So, leaflet there, buddy. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, we're asking questions. We're asking questions about science, where we live, where we don't live. We're asking, we're asking questions like the theory of gravity and that. The theory of gravity that's still to this day, 2018, still not proven. Is that not strange? Oh, right. Well, that's it. So we're asking questions about science that we've all kind of, as a given, we just accept. You know, like I knew that we lived on a spinning ball, 1,000 miles per hour it spins, this ball that we're meant to be living on. I was introduced to it at the age of about 5. It was a given, 47 years old, and then never challenged it once. You know, I just accepted that, you know, everything that I was shown on TV, all the images, you know, they said they were photographs. Okay, I accepted them all as photographs. You know, we haven't been back to the moon, you know, like in 50 odd years and all that. And then I find out later that you go on NASA's site and it says that they weren't photographs, they were composites. They were just images. It was altered, edited images. I'm not happy with that, but the reason that we're here today is because there's a website in there and you can watch some videos, but this is like land that we shouldn't be able to see. There's a curvature chart, you know, like it's based on Pythagorean's theorem, spherical trigonometry. Are you okay with this? I've caught you a few times. I normally like to ask people.
Oh, no, yes, right.
You're okay?
Yeah.
So it's spherical trigonometry, and based on that, there should be a curvature drop of 8 inches per mile squared.
Right.
Okay, so 8 inches per mile squared, based on 65 miles, there should be 2,500 feet should be hidden.
Right.
Snaefell is 2,000 feet, but we can see it, and it should be over the curvature. That's Dover to Calais. As a given, I've never critically thought, you know, like, well, of course I can see, like, Dover on a clear day or something. You know, like, this is, so we stood on Calais, and you can see Dover. You off, buddy? Oh, cheers, buddy. All right, then. Okay. Yeah, so we shouldn't be seeing Calais.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, Dover, and yet, you know, 24 miles and 300 feet should be missing. Now, admittedly, like Dover is 350 feet, but we can see it all, and we shouldn't be able to see it. This is 273 miles, one of the longest distance photographs, and yet we can still see land. And you can see like how much is missing, and like, it should be over the curvature. If I had a book, an encyclopedia, a Bible, so I could show you thousands of these like photographs. But we've never thought, because, I mean, do you ever carry a curvature chart calculator in your back pocket so you can go, oh yeah, I should be seeing that? No, I hadn't heard of it. So once I discovered this, I wanted to start asking questions. Where I live locally is in Devon. I've got we can go to Brixham, and then I can stand on the beach and I can look across the sea, or 15 miles to Exmouth across. It's only 15 miles, but I didn't realise that I'm not meant to see the beach. It's meant to be 40 feet under the curvature. I mean, we're talking 40 feet, but 40 feet is the whole beach. But you can still see people playing on the beach.
So what do you reckon? The world's not round, or?
Well, ask yourself this. That is for 2 photographs that you can download from NASA's website. Mm-hmm. Okay, so go to NASA's website, download them. 2012 and 2013. Can you see a problem with North America? It's the same circle, same size circle.
Yeah.
It shrunk.
Bigger, yeah.
And so it's questions like that. And if you go and Robert Simmons, who's a data visualizer, he works for, I don't know if he still works there, he used to work for NASA. He says in a radio interview, he says that all the photographs from space, what happens is that they take these composites, they go picture, all it is high altitude planes and that, take these pictures, they join them all together, composites, and then they put them on a 3D sphere, wrap it all around, and then add clouds and layers and things like that, and then produce it. Do you remember they used to put the globe on the iPhone? You used to see a globe on the iPhone. It's when they first kind of given them out. You know, you're not that old. But anyway, he used to do. He was on that. It was on National Geographic magazine and all that. And he produces like for NASA photographs of Earth, and people like him. Teams of people like him, but more than likely. So we haven't been back to the moon in about 50 years.
I always wondered that why they went once. Why haven't they gone back?
Well, one of my, because you may have heard or seen any of the anomalies. That's right, you know, raven flags and divergence of different shadows, no blast crater, noises in space. You know, like so. There's lots of little anomalies. But my biggest thing that I always wondered was, if it's the greatest thing that you've ever wanted to train for, and you know, like you've done all this training, it's you've done all this education, that studying, got this amazing job to be an astronaut, and you finally get up there and you go up there. They never did this footage ever. That doesn't exist. A 360 footage. I mean, it's obvious why. I mean, the cameramen were behind them. They can't do that. They can do that. That footage doesn't exist. And it's very strange that over 30,000 reels of data, since, you know, it's all gone, it's vanished. They lost it. You know, it's not like I've lost an app on my phone or something. They lost 30,000 reels of data. It's gone. So, I don't believe that we went to the moon. He's been saying that for, about 20 years now, that he's going. And it's just another thing that he says nearly every other year, and that raise some more money and, you know, put that in the bank, and, you know, it's all a scam, it's a con. So there's land that we shouldn't be able to see. Okay, there's kind of the moon photographs and all that. So if I take the photographs away and say to you, what would be your number one proof that you live on a globe sphere? Because at 5 years age, you're given this.
Yeah, just told.
It's a given.
I believe, yeah.
Of course, believe. Yeah, because that was me. Now, a lot of this is kind of hard to get your head around, but this, have a read of that when you get home, cognitive dissonance, and see if it resonates with you. You know, there's a website there, FE Start. There's some great videos there, but there's also a funny thing happened on the way to the moon. You know, you can watch that. There's one about Antarctica as well. That's a funny one, that is. You know, like, but I'll let you watch some of the videos first, and then watch Antarctica video when you want to know why it is that we can't go to Antarctica. And then watch that. I won't tell you why, but you need to discover that yourself. Okay. It's quite fascinating.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
All right then. Bye. There you go. Why can't they all be like that? Huh? Why can't they all be as nice as him?
Yeah, it's a shame.
How have you got on? Okay.
Yeah, good.
Oh. All right. So we've just done over an hour.
Yeah.
Hang around for another half hour or so, or is it quiet? Yeah, we're here.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's okay. No wind. It's not raining.
Yeah.
It's still warmish. It's okay.
That's nice.
You know, maybe someone else will. We'll see what it's like for 10 minutes. But yeah, such a nice guy he was. You know. Have you? Oh, it's not like Hollywood here, is it? You see, or when oh God, where is it? I keep forgetting his name. Was it Brother Ernest? Brother Ernest. Yeah, it's, you know, like when he gets out on his corner, it's packed out solid every night. I'm not sure where it is. There you go, just like a foot. There you go. Right. Well, we didn't get chased. That's good. Oh, so. Hey guys, do you want to leave it there? There you go. Do you want one? No, that's okay. Ooh, have we got a bite? Ah, go on. I thought I might have a bite then. Yeah, would you like to leave it there? There you go. Yeah, just starting to get a little bit dark here. Hi Nicholas, it did actually go, it went quite well, apart from myself. I ran out of data on my phone and I was kind of bumming a lift off Harry's data, but he kept on walking away from me and I kept on losing signal, so I called it a day on my phone. That was Ipswich, but we're here in Chelmsford. I've managed to get and sort out my data and start again. You can't say do you guys, it's not us guys. We kind of, we're all individuals, we kind of believe, I hate that. Why, people should tell me, get away from that belief. Harry said it best. That belief word, take it out of his vocabulary. But yeah, we're all individuals and we all know that Earth is flat. That's one thing that we agree on. We know that water can't conform to the exterior of a ball. And as long as that, we might disagree on a lot of things, but we certainly all agree on that, and that's good enough for me. And if we're just talking about that, then yeah, you can say you guys. Yeah, no, it's we've had some good talks, Chris. Nice to see you in the chat. There you go, buddy. Yeah, but it's there you go. So, should I leave it there? Right, nice, right? Yeah. I can leave it there, sir. Right. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo. I've lost Harry. Harry, where are you? Oh, here he is. That's why I kept on losing connection before, because Harry kept on wandering off. Right. Oh, here we go. Right. Would you like a leaflet, sir? Leaflet? There you go. Yes, I think so. I think I'm going to call it a wrap until the hangout tonight, do you think?
Yeah. I've got lots of leaflets.
Yeah. Is Roxanne in your channel? Roxanne, are you with us? Hello, Roxanne. Is she with you? Hi, Tommy. So if Roxanne, you know, we've got to tell Roxanne that we want an early hangout. We need to get to sleep, lads. We are shattered. It's been a long day. We started off really early and we need to sleep badly. We need food. Whoa. Yep, so we need food. Well, I need a cup of tea actually. I'm not in the mood for anything else. I just want a cup of tea and bed. Cheers, John. Oh, even the bank's just shut.
Yeah, cheers, John. Thanks for being there. As Jason just said, that's all it's going to finish now. And it's died down. We've just got the tail end of people walking past. But Chelmsford seems a really nice place. It's a shame we didn't do a full day here, but obviously we didn't have time. So we did 2 locations in one day.
And it would have been an earlier live stream, but there was a crash on the dual carriageway and it took a good hour off as it did, so shame.
Make a big detour.
Yes.
So we'll see you all in Oxford tomorrow.
Is it?
Is it? I don't know. Perhaps somebody could double check that with me.
Yeah, but we'll tell you all in the hangout tonight. I think you might be right. It might be Oxford tomorrow. So that would be a full-on. That would be an all-out discussion tomorrow. The same as Cambridge, I'm expecting.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be very similar to Cambridge.
Well, it'd be interesting that, you know, like, is one sort of like highly educated area more open-minded or triggered than the other area? That would be kind of interesting, you know.
And are they more cordial or more rude?
Yes. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Right, Oxford v Cambridge.
Right, guys. Thanks everybody in the chat, and thanks everybody for viewing, and we'll see you tomorrow in Oxford.
Right, and that's me. I'm out as well. Cheers, guys. Speak to you in the hangout later on. Bye.